just figuring out all of the major chords.
Just a few minutes out of the day of practice of.
But the way we're going to actually do it is
This is
with
how to play
shapes.
vocal
So
warm-ups on a
played
piano,
an
and it's on a
instrument like the
YouTube.
guitar, for instance,
It's
you're
from
probably pretty familiar with
Keez
the idea
April,
of shape-based
of course.
instrument playing.
Just
When you play
invert
the
the
guitar,
names.
you kind of think in shapes.
Keez
So what
April.
I like to do is think about the piano in a similar way. So when I'm
K-E-E-Z.
playing a C major chord, starting with
Anyway.
my thumb on middle
Or
C, and then it's just every other
invert the names.
key. And you can see I'm playing with my middle finger and my pinky as well. And from there, you can already hear that I've just played a vocal warm-up, right? So I'm just going to press those 3 fingers down, and I've got my C major chord. So now, if I want to continue to actually create this warm-up in either direction, what I'm going to do is memorize the shapes. I like to think of this as coming up with constellations. So think of it like each of your fingertips is a dot, and a constellation is just the shape that those dots kind of form. So we'd start on that C major, just like we did before, and then play that chord as we sing along. Meow, 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 meow. When we go up to our next chord, that's going to be C sharp. We're going to think about that as a downward facing arrow, or V. Boom, boom. So what we're doing here is we're playing a black key with our thumb and a black key with our pinky. So think of those as kind of the raised spots. Any black key would be like a raised part of the shape, and a white key would be a lowered part of the shape. So your middle finger is going to be on white key, and then you get that kind of V shape. So now we're going to go to the next one, and that's going to start on D. So you can see there that I've got a white key, a black key, and then a white key. So I think of that as kind of the opposite. So that would be like an up-facing arrow. Now after that, we just repeat those last 2 shapes to get a D sharp, and then an E. And then now we have a really easy pattern to start with. So let's start with that line, and then it's just down, up, down, up. So that's going to be the first chunk of things to memorize. At that point, what you get to do is the easiest part, I think, of the whole thing, which is going to be 3 lines in a row. So F, F sharp, and G all use that same line shape. You'll notice though that F sharp is a line across the black keys rather than the white keys like the rest of them. So now we get F, F sharp, and G. Super easy, right? So after that G major chord, we're going to go again to our arrow shapes. G sharp, which is a down arrow, and A, which is an up arrow. And now at this point, our last 2 chords are actually a little bit different than the previous ones. The first is this shape, which I call a downward slope. And
Anyway.
This is an A sharp chord. For our last chord, it's going to be the opposite. So I call this an upward slope. And then that's our B major chord. And the cool thing about that is that it's immediately followed by C major again. So those are all of the major triads on the piano. Amazing. Was that so hard? No. So if you didn't get all that, that's okay. You can rewind. You can think of it in chunks. I like to kind of take it piece by piece. But once you have those chords, you've just opened up a whole world for yourself, because really you can just sing any of those vocal warm-ups that we were talking about. So if I wanted to do meow, 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 meow. Whatever vocal warm-up I wanted to do, I could just kind of insert in there. There are obviously ways to make it more complicated. If you wanted to use individual fingers and do, that's totally cool. You can just arpeggiate it and it sounds great. If you wanted to do like a stepwise arpeggio, you can do that as well.
Anyway.
That would be a little more complicated.
Just a few minutes out of the play practice session. Oh,
kind of figure it out.
You figure out how to do things on your own that appeal to you. You figure out how to do your acoustic guitar picking or whatever else you're playing. You can sit at a keyboard with a trombone if you want to accompany yourself.
Totally could, because you know all of those chords now.
Build a melody or so on a piano.
If you
Turn
enjoyed
around
this
with your
video,
little trombone,
please let me know
trumpet,
in
your
the
flute,
comments,
whatever.
and leave a like for a sweet little
But
bow here, and subscribe if you want to
just
see more videos.
don't
like
be
this one.
afraid to look at things here and there on the internet, because I don't know it all. So, never claim to. Oh, anyway, let me back up on my little watch lists for the, that's not what I wanted. So, how to practice vocals with piano. There's at least a dozen or so that I've already looked at, and just made some notes and went from there. Mostly I like to do the words with this song, and then repeat. And good luck.